Welcome to episode 519, MikeMoritz 9Lessons. This is an outline of episode 519, lesson 1 to lesson 5. This is an outline of episode 519, lesson 6 to lesson 9. Lesson number 1, the top student at Oxford University. He graduated top at Christ Church and won a Thouron Scholarship to study for an MBA at Wharton School, University of Pennsylvania. Lesson number 2, the wandering Jew. His parents were born in Germany. He grew up in Cardiff, Wales. He studied at Oxford University and then in Philadelphia. His first job as a reporter was at Detroit. His second job was reporting Steve Jobs in Silicon Valley. Lesson number 3, 2 important decisions made all the difference.
When I think of the things that mattered in my life, they're probably professionally 2 decisions I've made that helped bring me to this classroom today. The first was deciding to emigrate from the United Kingdom and come into the US. And the second was being fortunate enough to be hired at Sequoia in the early 80s.
Lesson number 4, he changed career 4 times. His first career was a historian at Oxford University. Then he studied MBA at U Penn. Then he became a reporter for Time magazine. His 4th career is working for Sequoia Capital, a venture capital firm at Silicon Valley. Lesson number 5, first venture capitalist in China. In 2005, he led Sequoia Capital into China and created the first Chinese venture capital self-made billionaire, New Shen. The gentleman sitting in the middle of this picture. Lesson number 6, different stages, different people, different virtues.
And it all sounds very good, but then you also have to work on what this afternoon brings. But having a sense of eventually where your compass is heading and where it's set and the trajectory you want to go on, and then breaking it down into all sorts of little steps, knowing that every step along the journey is going to require different people, different skills, different relationships, different virtues that you're constantly going to have to change along the course and reacting to changing circumstances, changing market conditions, and all the rest of it. But
lesson number 7, think very long term. Think in 20-year increment.
Obviously, that's a question that's at the heart of our pursuit as Sequoia, and also at the heart of the pursuit of the very distinctive companies that we would like to be an investor with, and being able to think and work in 20-year increments is such an advantage. And I know that sounds a little weird and a little peculiar, and obviously you can talk in a grand fashion about a 20-year plan. But the ones that we're looking for, I mean, it's now, where are we? 2019, it's 20 years since we invested in Google, right? I still own the majority of my Google shares.
Lesson number 8, the secrets of discovering early stage young talent.
Obviously, each one of them is different. So what do you believe set apart people like Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates?
Apart from their character, they happen to be in particular markets, the personal computer market for Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and the internet for Mark Zuckerberg, where they had spent their youth and formative years assembling knowledge that and a deep interest in a particular topic that the rest of the world didn't know very much about. So when the time came to germinate their ideas, they were ready and poised and able to do that. And obviously, then showed their mettle as entrepreneurs, because there were lots of other people who were there at the same time, but who subsequently failed, whereas these people succeeded.
Lesson number 9, follow your instinct.
So what advice do you have for our graduates who aspire to be the next great entrepreneurs like these guys?
The best advice I ever got was a set of 3 words, which is follow your instincts. By which I mean, if you've been studying something at HKUST that fascinates you enormously, and you have an idea about how you can build and create something that may be just a little bit better than what's available on the market, go and do that, and then see where it leads.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.